Narrated Sparring for another training that we had with the team. This is Nancy, one of our instructors. And like we mentioned before, like I mentioned before last week, we always start standing because the building the skill standing up, as you guys understand, our focus is self-defense. So if we don't know how to take somebody down, then we have a big problem. So basically, we start to play a little bit the game very loosely. Practicing standing can be dangerous, so we make sure that we're very relaxed, very loose, and playful to get experience. And Nancy's doing a great job of balancing in all positions. Try to attack my legs, try to attack my torso, try to pull me down. And she did a great job here. She hooked and then pulled me down. Some people hook and don't pull the torso down. And if you don't pull the torso down, where I don't have any base anymore, the person won't fall. So you got to commit. You got to go. And the commitment with the takedown that Nancy did is very low risk. She just hooked and then pulled. And if I just had a post there to base out, she just lets go and she's still standing. So low commitment type of or low investment type of takedowns are one of the best for safety and as well for the streets, because you're not gonna land first on the ground. And here, Nancy, I'm keeping my feet in front of her to make sure that she stays away and I have distance. And then from her, I have an underhook now that just bothers her a little bit. Now, she's fixing the right problem. She's making sure that my legs are not well connected, because meanwhile my legs are connected, that arm is in trouble. Notice that she fought for the underhook and then flats me out. That's the right thing to do, because that's the right problem to fix at that moment. Then I'm just trying to now address the arm that is in front of me to make sure that she doesn't have control of my head. She doesn't have an underhook. I can be able to rotate, and that gives me some freedom to be able to start to move and have an option for me to start to get out. And that's what I do here. I try to get up, and that keeps the person on top. If you're sideways, you have options to start to get up, sweep. There's plenty of options, but when you're flat, there's way less options. You're less athletic in that position. You're less dynamic, and that's a big trouble. From here, Nancy was doing a great job of holding my legs, and she let go for a second, and I just posted and got up, and she lost her balance. So she was doing a great job of keeping it. For some reason, she let go, and then she fell down. And from here, I'm doing now the same thing that Nancy was doing from the top before, or the same thing that I was focusing on. I'm making sure that her hands are not pointing at me, because if her hands or her elbows are pointing at me, she can push me away. So I got to make sure that they're busy doing something else, either pinned on the ground or pinned towards her body. I'm trying, of course, to flat her out, but if she's not flat and I have access to hug her arms, then I start to hug the arms. And here in between me and Nancy, I have like a little focus on attacking her arms, because she knows that she can escape arm bars very easily. Like compared to most of the team, she has like shorter arms, so she can escape pretty much. So I always try to attack her arms so that way she can be able to not only get better at the defense, but to be able to bother her and play that game a little bit that is harder than usual, because she's very good at the defense there. It's easier for her to get out. Then from here, I try to go belly down, and she escapes. And there's some moments that you got to accept the fact that if you lost something, you start to go for something else now. So I let go. I start to make sure that her arm cannot advance. She's attacking the knees very well, putting them in together to avoid the little hook that I was doing. But she let go at that moment because I was trying to balance. And then from here, meanwhile, she's focused on trying to flat me out. She's not focused on attacking me. That's key. Very good knee slide. But she couldn't hold me down. And then from there, this is the important part about being dynamic, is that notice that I kept pivoting. I kept going around instead of staying put. If I would have stayed put just in that position, it would have been easy for Nancy to snap down or continue with a takedown. I kept rotating to the side to be able to take her down and to eventually guide her to the side that she doesn't have any base, any post. And then she went down. From here, remember, I'm trying to do the same thing. Trying to anchor the arm towards her body. Trying to make sure that her arm is anchored on the ground. I'm going to start to use my legs to do that. It's hard to isolate Nancy's arm, so I'm trying to make sure that it bothers her a lot so that way I can be able to isolate it. Eventually, when I do, it's just easier for me to move around. She has less power to push me. Notice how I guide her legs away from me, making sure that she has a hard time to bridge to. If bridging means she's pushing with her hip and off balancing me, if I keep her knees looking towards me, she can be able to off balance me pretty well. So I need to make sure that her legs are pointing in a different direction. And she's doing the same thing here, notice. Now, what I did here is I used my elbow to create space and distance, so that way my legs go back into looking towards her. Notice I did the same thing here. I have my foot underneath, and then I just trap her knee and then I'll balance her to the other side. And I'm doing the same thing here, bringing the knees together, making sure that they're not pointing at me. The opposite thing that I did before, I was blocking with the elbow and scooting my hip back so that way my knees are in front. Then from here, same thing. I'm making sure that she stays flat, making sure that she cannot move. And the round is about to end. I'm trying to open the knees and elbows so that way I can be able to step over. But because the round ended, we just shake hands, smile, become friends again.